Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Rashonda King. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am doing a spring inspired backdrop. I pulled out my heavy rose morning wall. I'm only working with half of it. And you will see coming up that heavy wall is still a struggle, and I still had to get some help from my daughter to work with it. Okay, keep watching to see how I put this together. So I added white drapes on. I'm using like four-way stretch drapes for my background because I know I'm putting the floral wall in the center. So I started loading my drapes on. I'm using lavender, baby pink, and baby blue. Here's my rose morning floral wall. This is only half of it. So this is probably about 4 feet wide by 8 feet tall. So I thought I could tackle putting this on by myself. And of course, it's very difficult. This wall is so heavy. As you can see, I had to get my daughter to help me, assist me with getting it on there. Okay, so I'm thinking that I was going to put the drapes on the sides of the rose morning wall, but because it's so three-dimensional, I had to get another pole and put the drapes in front of it because I want my drapes to be able to hang loosely. And if I would have put it on the side of it and tried to gather them in the front of it, it wouldn't have hung loosely. So I'm gonna go through some changes with this backdrop. As you can see, I ended up adding more drapes on because I tried to put a valance on and it did not look right. When you do a valance, you have to make sure it lays flat against the uprights. So I end up having to load all these drapes on. It gets very tight because this backdrop is 7 feet wide. And to be able to put all those panels on was like kind of difficult. I started off trying to measure it. I realized I had the colors wrong. So that's what you see me making an adjustment there. But again, it's really tight because I'm using so many panels. Very hard for me to measure it. I think I was doing 8 inches. But then when I got to the center, I was like, okay, if I make sure everything else is 8 inches apart, then the center should be okay. So here I am making a pole cover. I'm showing you how I set it up. Actually, I only needed 2 crossbars for this, but I just left it the way it was because I could have put that rose morning floral wall on the same pole as the white stretch panels. So I'm just keeping these panels nice and straight and just pulling them to the upright. So I'm just pleating them, keeping them nice and straight. Securing it with a pipe cleaner. So here again, I'm keeping the lavender nice and straight. But then when I get to the baby blue, I'm going to start swagging my fabric. So notice how I gave it that nice swag there. And then with the baby pink, I'm also swagging it as well. Repeating the same thing with the other side, swagging the fabric. Kept the lavender nice and straight. Again, I'm just adjusting. You can feel free to adjust your pleats by hand. I'm making the bottom neat. I'm just going to puddle all my drapes at the bottom. And I'm just trying to make sure each of the 3 colors are shown around the poles. And then in the center, I'm just puddling it, giving it like a beautiful flare at the bottom. The baby pink is not showing as much because those panels were shorter once I gathered the fabric. I did have to give this backdrop some steam because that baby pink has had wrinkles for a while. So I was like, let me just get these wrinkles out of the baby pink. But once you get the wrinkles out, you don't have to worry about them. As long as you fold your panels up properly, you will not have to worry about the wrinkles when you're dealing with the 2-way stretch. Okay, so again, this is the outcome. I love how it turned out. Please let me know what you think of this backdrop in the comments. How do you think it turned out? Also, check out my free premium draping guide in the description. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I thank you so much for joining me today. Until I see you next time. Bye.